Just plug your mic in and talk. Fucking hell. Right, mate, I've got to leave the party. If you haven't sorted it out by the start of the spin race, I'm just going to have to leave the party. Just to let you know. So you can just sort it out. You've got like, probably got like 3 minutes, to be honest. I need to set up the stream. Right, Ian, did we copy? No. No, we fucking don't. Right, I'm going to take that as a big fat no. Unbelievable. I type in on Google F123 Spa and all I get is fucking onboards. Thank you. Thanks for that. Unbelievable. I'm trying to do something quickly and this is what happens. I can feel it already. We're not going to be ready for the start of the race because I know for a fact that Matty Pitt is going to skip the formation lap. Plus you're not talking. It's a great fucking day. It's fucking great. Lovely. Brilliant. So happy right now. So happy. What a great day. What a great fucking day. You fuck off adverts. I'm actually going to hunt down whoever's putting these adverts on my screen. I'm actually going to hunt them down. Outrageous. Life is actually too short for YouTube ads. Iain. Iain. Audio check. 1, 2. Here we go, mate. Got ya. Right. Make sure you set your party. Set your party settings for this party. You have to set them for every individual party. When the stream is being done from a PS5, you have to do it for each individual party. So make sure your settings are right. Okay.
Right, I'm doing that right now.
Right. I'm sharing my screen.
God.
Sharing my screen.
I really do apologise about that. I have no idea what the hell was happening.
Mate, it's over now. I don't care.
Right, it's set. I can share my voice.
Right. Sharing screen now. There we go.
Make sure to turn me up.
Yeah. Here we go, lights out and away we go for the sprint race here, ladies and gentlemen. Senna gets away well. Tezza Mazza's already trying to move ahead of Papa Squanch into turn 1 as we go through the source here for the first time. Looks as though we got Dino just behind them with Tobster and Matty Pitt there, followed by Justin Teal making his debut here tonight on the Motive channel. As we've got side by side here going up through Old Rouge and Radion, and looks like Dino just stays ahead of Papa Squanch here. We're running in our player cards here tonight because there's a glitch on the F1 game, meaning that the actual real world F1 cards don't work on equal difficulty, on equal performance, should I say. So it's a bit confusing here tonight. But we've got Senna driving a livery looking very similar to the early noughties Ferrari, and he's running ahead of Tezza Mazza here, who's in second place. You've got Dino looking to the inside of Tezza Mazza. He looks like he's driving a Renault there. You've got Toaster there down the inside and in a very Alfa Romeo looking car there, as he's poking nose up the inside, trying to go around the outside here of Dino. I tell you what, I'm actually really liking this. I wouldn't mind having this all season, to be fair. This is absolutely brilliant. The grid looks so jazzy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does actually. That is actually an Alfa Romeo livery, so he's found the workaround.
Yeah, he's obviously put some hours into that, hasn't he?
Yeah. Fair
play to him. But yeah, this looks absolutely awesome. I'm actually smiling looking at this. This is absolutely awesome. But yeah, currently they're coming through Stavilo here on the first lap, and no dramas so far. Everybody's been quite clean. Sorry about the just suddenly scrambling everything together here. I wasn't really ready for this, to be honest. I was completely setting everything up, and we only just got ready in time to go 4 lights out. Luckily we did have the formation lap on. I was worried it wouldn't be on, but nonetheless we've got Toaster here all over the back of Dino looking towards the bus stop chicane. Round the outside he goes, and he's going to make that one stick there as well as Toaster. Beautiful move there from him, and as we see now Papa Squanch trying to get involved in this action. Yeah, here we go. So Papa Squanch here around the outside of Dino. Toaster there down the middle, as Toaster holding it around the outside of Dino, and Toaster not getting a great exit there coming out of the source. But Papa Squanch can't get the move done, has to tuck in for the time being. As we come up through Old Rouge and Radion once again here. Who can get a run? Oh, as Papa Squanch even was... no, it was Dino who was actually quite deep there going through Radion. But you've got Toaster there moving ahead of Dino and now looking to try and make it another move here. Oh, it's going to be close. Papa Squanch there just trying to hold it around on the inside of Toaster, down the inside for the next right-hander. They're still side by side though. Toaster trying to hang himself there, and there's Papa Squanch there on the inside. Can he keep himself with the racing line? Looks like he's going to just squeeze him out there. Papa Squanch there holding on to third place by the skin of his teeth, as Dino there is currently just behind just behind these at the moment as well. But yeah, exciting first couple of laps to this race. Senna currently is leading the race, but Tezza Mazza's very much on the back of him here. Obviously Senna last race said he was disappointed with his performance. He wasn't quite on the pace of the lead 3, those being Tezza Mazza, Chris, and obviously Joe Ram as well. Tezza Mazza here tonight, but the other 2 are not. Oh, sorry mate.
That looks like there's an issue with from P11 down to P13. They're now a minute and 53 seconds off the back.
Oh dear, what's happened here? Yeah, they've lost a lap somehow. I'm not quite sure how that's happened. So that's why I was confused, because it looked to me like there was a 4-car train, but it was showing up on the screen that there was only a 3-car train. So I was looking at it, and I must admit I was a bit confused for a second. So that obviously explains that. Some drivers are showing up as a lap down. Oh, we've got a move here being shown up. Kid Keko trying to go down the inside of the bus stop chicane. Has to wait a little bit longer here because the Grieve manages to cover him off coming out onto the start finish straight. But that was a closely fought situation there from them. And it looks like the timing screen's updated itself here and it's fixed itself. So it's sorted itself out. So yeah, it's showing up now. The drivers who were a lap down are now showing up back on the lead lap again. So just a momentary glitch there on the timing screen, but luckily the game does know what's going on and does know who's where, which is good to see. As we ride aboard with Dino right now, coming down the Kemmel straight, you can see there Toasters out, drag Papa Sconch, but Dino managing to breeze past both of them, the slipstream there and the DRS in full effect, and Dino there down the inside up into third place. Beautifully done there from him. As we see Justin Teal's got ahead of Matty Pitt as well up into P6. And we've got a battle going on between Crazy Max and the Grieve, as the Grieve's trying to go around the outside and look at what looks to me like a John Player Lotus type of sponsorship setup there. As Kid Keko's got a 3-second time penalty for track limit, so what a shame there for him. Obviously that will be added on to his race time at the end of the race, so whatever he does in this race he will knock back 3 seconds, so not the ideal situation at all there for him. Matty Pitt's got ahead of Justin Teal. That's because Justin Teal's had a spin coming through Pouin. So Justin Teal there to the back of the pack into 14th place. He must have just got a little bit onto the curb there on the outside, and it's punted him round and down to last place he goes in this race. Andrew Pitman's got ahead of T. That's because T's off onto the gravel there. So T also making a mistake. So T and Justin Teal both making mistakes here on lap 3 of the race. But it's Tezamaza leading ahead of Senna, who they're coming through into the final sector of the lap. You can see here nothing at all between them, as here goes Senna looking to the inside into the bus stop chicane, but Tezamaza holds on to that one for now. Papa Sconch there moving ahead of Tobster up into 4th place. But interesting fight here between these drivers. What a great battle we're seeing for 3rd place, which Dino currently is the leader of. And Papa Squanch there, Tobster and Matty Pitt in hot pursuit at the moment. These guys are well ahead of Nino Blanco, who's running in 7th, as we see Dino just managing to keep it on the outside of Papa Squanch there. Papa Squanch seemed to have got a decent run coming through La Source, but couldn't get the exit out of the corner, and Dino leaving him for dead as they're coming through up Old Rouge and Radion here for the 4th time in this race. But Emo guy, these guys really putting on a bit of a show. Obviously I'm just going to check your audio whilst you speak here, because I'm making sure that it's alright.
It's sparse. Always
making sure that it's alright.
A decent amount of racing, regardless of what class we're in. You know, F1, GT3s, GT4s. It doesn't really matter. The track in itself just always provides some great battles. It's just devastating. Someone's got a 5-second penalty. Yeah,
that's quite a big penalty, isn't it, to get in one go. That's Dino there who's picked that one up, so must have been, I was looking down at my phone at the time, it must have been a big corner cut to have got 5 seconds though, because you're usually going to get 3 seconds, I think, isn't it? So must have been
no, it's 5 seconds.
Yeah, that must have been quite a severe corner cut. Oh, it's Papa Sconch there, tags Dino in the rear, going through Campus, and he's going to swoop around the outside, as even though Dino manages to keep ahead of him there. But Papa Sconch here looking up the inside into Stavilo, not going to happen there for him. Now Toast is going to try and get involved in this and squeeze ahead of Papa Sconch, has to ride over the curve a little bit there and manage to give him a wide berth. Obviously this is where Hamilton and Perez came together in the sprint race at Spa in the real F1 season, but these two managing to avoid a similar contact there. But Toaster moving through ahead of Papa Squanch up into 4th place, coming through into the final sector here. Now Toaster looking to the inside of Dino, can't make it happen, he's too far back at the moment, as Papa Squanch here coming under pressure now from Matty Pitt in his battle for P6 as they come out onto the start finish straight once again here. But the battle for the lead right now, Ian, is where it's at. Senna and Tezamaza. Just going to make sure that my good mic is still being used, because I have actually just accidentally unplugged it, so let's just make, yeah, still using my good mic, so that's good to see. But
something there actually. I think F1 Dino, I think it is, or whoever it is, P3, he's actually got an old Renault F1 livery type, I believe it looks like.
Tezamaza takes the lead going down the Kemmel Straight. I think he has, yeah, that's what I was saying. I thought it was it looked like the Mild 7 livery that the Renault team used to run in the early 2000s. And also Senna's livery looks very much like the Ferraris. It looks like a mix, right? It looks like a mix between the Ferrari of last year and the Ferrari of the early 2000s. Like the front wing, the paint and all that looks like Ferrari of the 2000s, early 2000s. And then the middle part of the car, like the black bodywork and all that, looks like the Ferrari of nowadays. It's a crossover, I think. You've got like the best, to be honest, he's actually taken the best liveries of the Ferraris over the years and kind of compiled them into one livery. I like what he's done with that. I think that looks awesome.
All that have changed.
Do you know what? I'm tempted to keep these for the rest of the season now. These are actually awesome. I love these. It's also allows people to be a bit more creative as well. Tezamaza's livery looks very much like an Aston Martin. You can tell that, it's obvious. You got Toaster, who's obviously gone for the Alfa Romeo. Matt Dino, like you say, I think a bit of a Renault sort of twinge to it, that one. P5 car of Matty Pitt is meant to be Mercedes. Yeah, definitely Mercedes. Papa Squanch, it's hard to really put a finger on it. I wouldn't say he's really committed to any route with that one. I think that's just random. But Crazy Max, to me, that looks like a bit like actually, I don't really know, to be honest. Maybe a Lotus, but potentially the Grieve as well. I think also reminds me of the Lotus car from the 80s, that one.
Yeah.
Nino Blanco, definitely Alpine.
I'd probably go Williams.
Oh, actually, hold on, look at his rear wing. Yeah, sorry, Williams, yeah. Yeah, he's actually got a Williams rear wing.
The airbox. Look at the airbox has like a wee Duracell battery type of thing to it.
Ah, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, definitely. I should have noticed that. As we looked at Kid Keka all over the back of Andrew Pittsmith here, coming down the Camel Straight. He's going to be able to make a move here into Lacombe. He's going to go a little bit later on the brakes, but Andrew there just coasts it into the braking zone and keeps it around the outside. As Freddie's out of the race, he's DNF'd. Yeah, Freddie's crashed out of the race, so that's a caution. No safety car as of yet. It looks like they're going to try and recover that under double-waved yellows here. But we go back to the battle for the lead here because Senna and Tezza are still running very close. These two have swapped places a couple of times, so they're definitely keeping each other on their toes at the moment, but it's currently the Ferrari relic of the early 2000s leading the race here. Senna doing what he needs to do at this point. And Tezza
I still say they should bring back up all the old cars that it did. I think it was F1 2019 that you could drive the F2004, the old Renault, all that, and bring them onto online races.
It was F1 2020. I remember it because we dabbled in it a bit. Remember when after some of our league races that we commentate and then we'd jump on for a bit. That was F1 2020 because that was the first Motive F1 game that we played on. That was the first game that we ran leagues on. F1 2020. Remember it really well. I remember we used to do F2. We used to do the F2004s around Monaco all the time.
Yeah.
And used to cut every chicane.
Yeah.
As we got Matty Pitt here in the sandwich here between Dino and Papa Squanch. They're coming down towards El Rouge for the 7th time in a sprint race. Obviously, just under 2 laps left to go here at Spa-Francorchamps for the opening race of the night. As we see them coming up over Radion once again here. You got Papa Squanch getting a little bit closer here to the back of Matty Pitt, but he's going to be too far back here as they come towards Lacombe. You can see there Matty Pitt looking down the inside now with Dino as well, but as Dino keeps it around the outside and holds onto his momentum there, and there's nothing that Matty Pitt can do for now.
It definitely seems like Matty is running a little bit of a higher downforce package compared to the other two in a minute. It did seem like Papa was trying to catch up, and plus Matty has used a lot of his battery.
Yeah, because on paper he should have a lot more pace with that DRS, especially because Dino doesn't have DRS on anybody. It's not like he's in a DRS train. Dino should be quite vulnerable, in theory, but it just didn't really happen at all, did it?
That is. Because look at here and tighter in the around these corners compared to the rest.
He's not having to be as conscious of his lines, is he, at all, you can see. But currently he can't go anywhere because obviously Dino's firmly in the way, and his straight line speed is as you said before, lacking. Yeah. Obviously Matty Pitt knows that Dino's got his penalty, so he probably knows he doesn't need to push. These guys are a couple of seconds behind Toaster, so I think Matty Pitt's surely got to be all but giving up his pursuit of a podium here, and is surely just going to be looking to try and pick off Dino as and when the opportunity arises. But here we go, Papa Squanch here, looking to try and get Matty Pitt around the outside into the bus stop. It had the inside of the second part, bit of contact there between them. Matty Pitt just managing to hold on to that one by the skin of his teeth there, as those two rubbed side pods a little bit. Down the start finish straight we go in towards that source once again, and Papa Squanch once again trying to go around the outside of Matty Pitt. Matty Pitt though squeezing into the edge of the track, minimising his space there, but actually was very gentlemanly. They gave him the space around the outside going through La Source. Down towards Eau Rouge we go, and Matty Pitt holds on to that one, and Tezza has done Senna for the lead of the race. This is for P1 here in the sprint race. Look at this, down the Camel Straight we goes. Tezza has managed to nick it off of Senna on this final lap of the race, but what can Senna do here to come back at him here with half a lap left to go at Spa? Tezza has taken the lead at the right time. I can't think of many overtaking spots that Senna could come back at him here. I reckon Tezza might have nicked this one.
I think that the only real overtaking spot that I can think of is the bus stop.
I reckon you could be right. Obviously, he'd need to be getting a good run through Blanchemont, and also it would need to be close enough coming out of into that final sector. But currently, Senna's still keeping himself close to Tezza, so he might have a chance to go for a bit of a late lunge. But it's going to be all or nothing for him, surely, if he does plan on doing that. We currently got Andrew Pittsmith and Nino Blanco here running in 8th and 9th places. They're a few seconds clear of Justin and Kid Keko, who run in 10th and 11th places at this moment in time, as we see the two leaders here coming into the final sector here at Spa for this opening race of the night here, for the sprint race here for round 8 of Motive Racing's F1 League here on the EA Sports F1 game, as we come through Blanchimont here for the final time. And down towards the bus stop. I think he's too far back. Senna's not going to be able to make it happen from there. He goes late on the brakes, goes very deep into the corner as a way of trying to put Tezamaza under some pressure, but it has not worked out for him. And Tezamaza comes up towards the line to take the checkered flag, and it's going to be first blood to Tezamaza here tonight, ahead of Senna, who comes over to take a valiant second place. Topster comes over to complete the podium with Papa Squanch and Dino all the way to the line. Who's going to get it? Oh! Well, I don't know, to be honest, because
that was Matty.
It was Matty who did it on the track as well. Alright, so Matty Pitt there, P4, Papa Squanch classified in P5 ahead of the Grieve in 6th. Dino dropped to 7th place with getting quite an array of penalties there for him, down to 7th place. Andrew Pittsmith 8th ahead of Nino Blanco in 9th, followed by Justin Teal, who gets P10. And that looks like that is that then for this first race of the night here at Motive for the Formula 1 League here at Spa. And your race winner here for this evening opener, obviously, is Tezamaza. But yeah, excellent racing there from the guys. We're going to go to a new stream, guys, so we'll be back on for the Grand Prix in about 2 minutes time. Don't go anywhere, we'll be back very, very soon. Check out on Discord for the link, and yeah, in a bit.